You're about to discover the incredible story of Emily, a young woman who's always been fascinated by the world beyond her books. She's a bookworm, the kind of person who gets lost in the pages of a novel and forgets about everything else. But little do people know, Emily's love for reading is about to take her on a journey that will change her life forever. You're probably thinking, what could possibly be so special about a bookworm? Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever felt like you're meant for something more, but you're not quite sure what it is? Emily felt that way too. As she delved deeper into the world of literature, she began to notice something peculiar, a sense of longing, a sense of adventure that seemed to be calling her name. It started with a simple online community she stumbled upon, a group of people who shared her passion for reading. They discussed books, authors, and characters, but there was something more to it. They seemed to be sharing something deeper, something that resonated with Emily on a fundamental level. She was drawn to their conversations, feeling an inexplicable connection to the people she'd never met. At first, Emily thought it was just her imagination, but as she continued to engage with the community, she realized that something was indeed different. They were talking about flying, about the thrill of soaring through the skies, about the rush of adrenaline that came with navigating the unknown. Emily had always been fascinated by flight, but she'd never thought about it in a practical sense. She'd never even set foot in a cockpit, let alone taken to the skies. But that's exactly what caught her attention. The online community was obsessed with flight simulation, with recreating the experience of flying in a virtual world. Emily was intrigued, and before she knew it, she'd spent hours exploring the world of flight simulation. She'd never been much of a gamer, but there was something about the combination of technology and adventure that spoke to her. As she delved deeper into the world of flight simulation, Emily began to notice something peculiar, a sense of calm, a sense of focus that she'd never experienced before. It was as if the act of flying, even in a virtual world, had awakened a part of her that she'd never known existed. She felt alive, connected to something greater than herself. But there was something more to it, something that Emily couldn't quite put her finger on. She felt a sense of restlessness, a sense of discontent that seemed to be building inside her. It was as if she knew that there was more to this world of flight simulation than met the eye, that there was a hidden truth waiting to be uncovered. And then, one day, it happened. Emily stumbled upon a video of a real-life flight simulator, a machine that mimicked the exact experience of flying a commercial airliner. She watched in awe as the pilot navigated the simulator, feeling a sense of wonder that she'd never experienced before. It was as if she'd been transported to a different world, a world where the boundaries of reality were pushed to the limit. In that moment, Emily knew that she'd found her calling. She was no longer just a bookworm, no longer just a reader. She was a pilot, a woman who was destined to fly the skies. But the question remained, how would she get there? Would she be able to overcome her fears, her doubts, and her limitations to achieve her dreams? You see, Emily's story is one of self-discovery, of finding the courage to pursue your passions, no matter how impossible they may seem. It's a story about taking risks, about pushing the boundaries of what's possible. And it's a story that's about to take you on a journey that will change your life forever. As Emily embarks on her journey, you'll be right there with her, experiencing the highs and lows, the triumphs and setbacks. You'll see her confront her fears, her doubts, and her limitations, and you'll see her rise above them, emerging stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever before. But for now, let's leave Emily's story here, for now. We've only scratched the surface of her incredible journey, but we'll be back soon, with more of her story, more of her triumphs, and more of her struggles. Stay tuned, because Emily's story is about to take off in ways you never thought possible. As you watch this video, I want to leave you with a question. What's your story? What's your passion, your dream, your goal? Are you brave enough to pursue it, to take the leap of faith and see where it takes you? You've been following Emily's journey from bookworm to unlikely pilot, and now it's time to take her skills to the next level. You've seen how Emily's online friends have been cheering her on, but they're not just happy to see her progress. They're also challenging her to take her skills to the real world. Imagine being told by your online friends, people you've never met in person, but who've gotten to know you through comments and messages that you're capable of doing something you never thought possible. That's exactly what happened to Emily when her friends online dared her to land a jet plane on her own. At first, Emily was hesitant. I mean, who wouldn't be? Landing a jet plane is no easy feat, and the thought of doing it alone was daunting. But something about that challenge sparked something deep within her. Maybe it was the thrill of the unknown, or maybe it was the desire to prove to herself that she was more than just a bookworm. Whatever it was, Emily decided to take on the challenge. And so, she started researching everything she could about flying. She devoured books and online tutorials, watched videos of pilots in action, and even practiced her skills in a simulator. But it wasn't until she actually got behind the controls of a real plane that she discovered her true talent. Landing a jet plane is an art form, one that requires precision, skill, and a deep understanding of the aircraft. And yet, as Emily taxied down the runway, her heart racing with excitement, she felt a strange sense of calm wash over her. It was as if she'd been doing this her whole life. But Emily's success didn't go unnoticed. A seasoned pilot named Rachel, who'd been flying for years, took notice of Emily's progress and wasn't impressed. In fact, Rachel was downright furious. She saw Emily as a threat, a young upstart who was stealing the spotlight and disrespecting the traditions of the flying community. As Emily continued to land plane after plane, Rachel's disdain only grew. She started to sabotage Emily's flights, tampering with the controls and trying to make her look bad. It was a desperate attempt to take Emily down a peg, but Emily was having none of it. She fought back, using her quick wit and sharp instincts to outmaneuver Rachel at every turn. And in the process, she discovered a newfound confidence and self-assurance that she'd never known before. But as Emily's rivalry with Rachel heated up, she started to realize that there was more at stake than just her pride. She was starting to doubt herself, wondering if she was truly cut out for this life of flying. And it was this self-doubt that made her question the true cost of her success. Was it worth it, landing plane after plane, if it meant sacrificing her relationships and her sense of self? Or was there a way to find a balance between her passion for flying and her need for connection and community? These are the questions that Emily is faced with now, as she navigates the treacherous world of competitive flying. You've been following Emily's incredible journey from bookworm to unlikely pilot, and now it's time to take her skills to the next level. As she prepares for her solo flight, you can feel the tension building. The thought of soaring through the skies alone is exhilarating, but also terrifying. You've seen Emily's determination and perseverance, but this is her greatest challenge yet. The day of the flight arrives, and Emily is more nervous than ever. She's faced her fears and pushed past her limits before, but this time it's different. This time she's flying alone. The engines roar to life, and Emily takes a deep breath. She's done this before, but never without a co-pilot. The thought of making crucial decisions on her own sends a shiver down her spine. As the plane takes off, Emily's heart is racing. She's focused on the controls, her eyes scanning the instruments and gauges. The wind rushes past the plane, creating a deafening roar. You can almost feel the G-force pushing Emily back into her seat. This is it, the moment of truth. The solo flight is a triumph, but at what cost? Emily's face is etched with a mix of exhaustion and elation. She's done it, but the weight of her achievement is crushing her. The rush of adrenaline has given way to a sense of relief, and Emily can finally breathe. As Emily reflects on her transformation, you can feel her emotions shifting. She's no longer the shy bookworm she once was. She's a confident pilot, ready to take on the world. The journey hasn't been easy, but it's been worth it. Emily's story serves as a reminder that even the most unlikely person can achieve greatness with determination and hard work. But what's next for Emily? Will she continue to pursue her passion for flying, or will she return to her old life? The answer lies in the comments below. Share your own stories of overcoming adversity and achieving your dreams.